Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today we will discuss how to write a function rotate that rotates an array of size n by d elements. Let's look at this example. We have this array with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We want to rotate this by a factor 2, that is by 2 places. On rotation of the original array by 2, the new array will become 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 2. Clearly, each and every element has been shifted by 2 places to the left. The first method to do this is by using a temporary array. We will discuss this method using an example. Let the input array have elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have n equal to 7 and let d be 2, where d is the number of places by which we want to rotate the array. We store d elements in a temporary array temp. So in the first step, temp has elements 1 and 2. Then we shift the rest of the original array. After this, we store back the d elements into the array. That is, the last two elements 6 and 7 are replaced by the d elements in the temporary array, that is 1 and 2. Clearly, the output array has been rotated to the left by a factor of 2. The second way is by rotating it one by one. We store the first elements of the array, that is the element at index 0, in a temporary variable temp. Then we move the element at index 1 to index 0, index 2 to index 1 and so on until we finally move temp to index n-1. For example, on first rotation the original array becomes this, that is 1 moves to the end, and on second rotation it becomes this, which is the final output. The third method is called the juggling algorithm, which is an extension of method 2. Instead of moving one by one, we divide the array in different sets, where the number of sets is equal to the greatest common divisor of n and d, and move the elements within sets. If the GCD is 1, then elements will be moved within one set only. We just start with temp equal to the 0th element of the array and keep moving the L plus jth element to lth place, and finally store temp at the right place. Let us try to understand this by using an example. Let the input array have 12 elements as shown, and let d be 3. That means we wish to rotate this array by 3. So n is 12 and d is 3. The greatest common divisor of 12 and 3 is 3. Now the array has to be divided in 3 sets since the GCD is 3. So our 3 sets become 1, 4, 7, 10, 2, 5, 8, 11 and 3, 6, 9, 12. We can see that all the elements in the 3 sets differ by 3. Now the elements in the first set are moved by 3 elements to the left. After this step, we get this. Next, we move the elements in the second set. And then in the third set, we finally get this array. We can see that all the elements in this array are shifted by 3 elements to the left. Here is the simple implementation of the juggling algorithm. We run a loop from index 0 to GCD of d and n, where GCD is a separate function used to find the greatest common divisor of two numbers. We just start with temp equal to the ith element and keep moving I plus jth element to ith place and finally store temp at the right place. The time complexity for this problem is O of n. This brings us to the end of this video tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please leave us your likes and comments.